In today's world, the expectation is that leaders don't bleed. They don't struggle, doubt, question, or fear. They project constant strength, perpetual certainty, unwavering confidence, marble statues without cracks. But this image isn't just false, it's destructive. It creates a standard where vulnerability equals weakness, where humanity equals failure, where authenticity disqualifies. Scripture presents a radically different model. David composed raw psalms exposing his deepest doubts. Jeremiah openly admitted his reluctance to prophesy. Paul candidly discussed his thorn in the flesh. Even Jesus in Gethsemane displayed struggle, asking for the cup to pass while surrendering to divine will. 2 Corinthians 4:7 reveals the truth. We have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. Real leadership isn't about being unbreakable. It's about showing where true strength comes from, even when you're broken. So how do you balance vulnerable authenticity with effective leadership? First, recognize the myth of leadership perfection. The pretense of flawlessness doesn't inspire. It alienates. Authentic leadership connects through common humanity, not artificial elevation above it. Second, understand the difference between constructive and destructive vulnerability. Constructive vulnerability acknowledges struggle, while maintaining admits weakness while demonstrating growth. Destructive vulnerability wallows in limitation, dwells in failure, or burdens followers with problems they can't solve. Third, calibrate disclosure to relationship. Jesus revealed more to his disciples than to crowds, more to Peter, James, and John than to others. Effective vulnerability requires discernment about what to share with whom and why. Fourth, maintain forward orientation. When Paul described being hard pressed on every side, he immediately added, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair. His vulnerability included struggle, but emphasized trajectory, movement through hardship, not surrender to it. Fifth, establish private processing spaces. David wrote raw psalms expressing doubt, fear, confusion, but those same psalms conclude with expressions of trust, confidence, faith. Create similar private spaces, counseling, trusted friendships, prayer, where unfiltered processing occurs before filtered communication happens. Remember, the goal isn't vulnerability for its own sake, but leadership effectiveness that includes appropriate vulnerability. Not authenticity alone, but authenticity that builds rather than undermines. The world doesn't need more pretend perfect leaders creating impossible standards. It needs authentic leaders who have mastered leading constructively, revealing genuine humanity in ways that connect rather than separate, that demonstrate strength through how weakness is handled, not by denying weakness exists. Your impact will be determined not by pretended perfection, but by modeled authenticity that shows others how to remain effective while acknowledging genuine limitations. Not by hiding your wounds, but by showing how wounds become wisdom